Let's start. It's a very early store. Layout is good though. Fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? Fine. Do this. Using a bomb to heal them anyway. I mean, early store is not that bad for this ship, but you kinda don't want it too early because like going to a store just to afford the medical system is not that good. You kinda want something else. I'm being greedy and skipping the shield buffer because of that store. Hmm. Expensive fight, but it's fine. Hey, Dynamite. We are full with crew so far, but next crew member I can rename. Let's see, because now I can afford like a medical system and scanner, for example. Mad Bay is bad, but it's okay. Iron Blast Ward? No, we're still missing shields. Let's continue. I'll probably go for the Distress Beacon if I had the Clumbe. Without the clown bay, I don't think it's worth it. We have nothing. Fucking rocks. Before they repair the flock, please. That's insane. Scrap for shields and a mantis. Not fucking bad. Oh my god. I had to fire once because the thing is only. That doesn't matter. No point in firing the Artemis again. I need to hit. It's just a waste. Wait, yeah, they have a med bay. I didn't know this. I'm so bad. Okay. That's insane as well. I mean, it's good. I wouldn't say insane. I mean, with an NG, fuck it, I'm checking the distress beacons. Well then. Actually, I had to do this, so the 2 slugs for boarding. Nice crew. Okay, we cannot take damage. No anti-personnel. Very nice. If we don't mind moving around like this for 20 minutes, we could even fully train in this fight. World record for longest streak. With pause, it's over 112, I think, and it's still going. No pause, it's 92. Oh my god, I almost fucked up. I couldn't target for some reason. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't be this greedy. I should have switched way earlier. Oh, Ion Blast is insane. Yeah, this run is going... Like, we only missed the Klombe in that store, but everything else is going pretty fucking well. And we still have 3 beacons in the sector. Don't be a shit hack, please. Fine. If you time your teleporter with their hacking, you could actually use your guys for boarding and be able to save them without losing them. I'm actually getting yeah, the training here. I want the evasion training. I don't really care about the weapons, but might as well do that as... It'll take a while, unfortunately. But only 2 drum parts. Okay. We'll get them eventually. So even if you board with the slugs, it's easy to keep the training because of well, we have a med bay. I made a mistake firing the Artemis, by the way, because like with piloting down, it would have been easier to kill the ship without wasting too many missiles. Now they repaired, so we can miss again. Slug B, yep. Lucky star for this bullshit ship. I mean... I don't know. I think this is just slightly better than average. Like it's no Klombe, and we got crew and an Ion Blast, which I mean is good, but like even if you have 3 slugs and nothing else, it doesn't matter for most fights. If we get hacking next sector, then sure. If we get hacking and bypass next sector, then definitely. Like we used many missiles, no Klombe. We have to use 4 missiles here on average to kill it. 3 if we get lucky. I mean 3 more, we already used 1. Yeah, but Slug B is probably one of the most underrated ships. I think the most underrated ship is Fetsi. I think that's the most underrated one. Hey, Sergio. Outside of that, Slug B is pretty underrated. Stealth C is pretty underrated. I mean, they're not good ships. But I mean, I don't know. I hate Stealth C. I actually like playing Stealth C a lot. And I feel like it's an average ship. It's on the low side of average. Because it can be like it's fine on normal fights, but it can be pretty bad against certain bad ones. The most boring ship are all the Fed ships. I don't mind Fetsi, but sure, it's pretty basic. I mean, you can't have to do something with your borders, so if you don't know the interaction with the AI, then you have a very, very big disadvantage with Fed C. Almost yesterday, I'll see because every single enemy had offensive drones on my anti-drone didn't feel like targeting them. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit random. Like, one thing that you can do is, because, okay, when you deploy drones and enemy deploy drones, they will move for a bit before attacking. So you could wait a bit before deploying your anti-drone so that, it fires the shot when they're about to stop, and so it's easier for the iron shot to hit the drone. Then, obviously, you can have the problem of your drone is on the side and your anti-drone pops here and it doesn't fire at all. And that's, well, it's not really something that you can play around. I never really tried about bringing out the anti-drone and just to check the position and like disabling it immediately to check the position. And then depending on that, you keep it active to get closer to the enemy drone or stop it and fire when you want to. Obviously, it depends also if it has to turn around. So I mean, yeah, there is a bit of randomness on it, especially on Opal, since you can't really take care of all that perfectly. But I don't know, usually Stealth C is fine unless you get very, very, very bad fights. Or you get very unlucky with your laser shots, because both Stealth C and Stealth A are very vulnerable to missing the laser shots. If you miss two of them, it's just horrible, because then you're fully exposed to their next volley and your clocking is on cooldown. Or for the Stealth C, well, your shield drone, it's, well, done. But it also helps a lot when you get the buffer points. Like, getting weapons buffer and drone buffers with Stealth C changes a lot. You might delay shields, but I mean, you will be way safer in the early game. Okay, training is not bad. I might try doing a streak with any good shields just to save out further frustration. I mean, if you're learning something from your losses, you shouldn't get frustrated. Like, as long as you learn something, losing is fine. Like, it might be annoying in the moment, but after the moment, like, if you look at it, like, after a few hours or the next day, you can learn something from the loss and so improve for the next game. It could even be better to do the opposite and try to streak with bad ships instead. Like, for me, it's way more annoying when you lose with good ships, because you're supposed to win with the good ships. If you lose with a bad ship, Well, you kinda expect it, so it's less annoying when it happens. You could go for a bad ships, like bottom 10 win streak. Every ship's a bad ship and the one controlling it. I mean, it's like that for everyone at first. Then eventually that changes. First after the stream, got 2 wins in a row on the stream, and then the next day everything was pure shit. I mean, again, it's just practice. You're truly losing when you stop doing something. Yeah, also, if you are recording or streaming the runs, rewatching them, like, you can learn a lot. Like, sometimes I rewatch my own deaths as well, and I realize that I made mistakes I didn't notice during the run. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to start streaming. I mean, I kind of wanted to do regardless of that, but one of the reasons was I could at least watch my runs and see if I was doing something wrong. Even if no one wanted to watch me, I could watch my own runs afterwards. Let me get through guessing my passwords. Oh god, I have too many and I forgot many of them as well. You're getting there. Turning evasion, always nice. Okay, good. Also, if you guys are interested in the best Sector 1 layout ever, that VOD is on YouTube now. It's the entire early game, because I think that entire part of the run was interesting. But you can also check just the start if you want to see the layout. I never had the patience to level up crew like this. You shouldn't do it. Like, if you want to play normally, you shouldn't do this. I'm doing it only because of a good streak. Because it's something that in 99% of your runs, it won't even matter. But then there is that 1% where it might. And since I'm going for a big streak, I'm doing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I usually start going for training after I get a 28. Before getting a 28 streak, I'm not doing it. It's one of the things that I don't like about this game, but it's just you're getting an advantage out of nowhere, losing only time. Which, I mean, time is valuable, but technically not in the game. And if I lose the streak, I'm losing even more time, since, like, it's almost a 60 streak, so it's, I don't know, I mean, the first runs were around 1 hour because we were going fast. But a normal streak like this, assuming 1 hour and a half average, it's still like 90 hours. So I'm okay in losing 10 minutes to get the training. Like, my 92 streak was almost 200 hours, so... It was a month streaming every day for 6-7 hours. I watched my game losing fight and I didn't see anything I could have done better. Didn't roll at the beam drone attack 2 times before shooting it, then 3 times, then 3 times again. I mean, sometimes the misplay is not during the fight that kills you, but it could have been something that you did before, like... Maybe decision making with upgrades, decision making from stores. If it was too early game, I mean... Like, sometimes there is nothing that you can do, but it can still help. Laser shield drone instead of anti-drone against combat 1 and basic laser. If there is an offensive drone, you should use the anti-drone instead of the shield drone before getting the shield buffer. I mean, not the shield buffer, the drone buffer. Right, that's why you want the drone buffer, so that you can use both of them at the same time. If you can't, and if you get a ship with offensive drones before that point, you should use the anti-drone. Because an enemy offensive drone will deal way more damage than a normal weapon. And I mean, the shield drone is not reliable anyway, because you're taking damage from the offensive drone regardless. Fiber shot the laser into shields and not drones. Yeah, I should definitely focus their offense first. And then get weapon buffer. Yeah, so see, like, it's easy to say I just couldn't do anything, but there is always something that you can improve. Like, and so in this case was 3 things already. So prioritize anti-drone against offensive drones instead of the shield drone, and target weapons or enemy drones if they have offensive drones, and then get the weapons and the drone buffers as soon as you can. It doesn't make sense to spend scrap when it desperately needs shields and repairs. I mean, then you die. If you have those buffer points, you take less damage, and so you lose less scrap for repairs. Like not getting any upgrades and trying to rush shields is the greedy route, and you might be rewarded if you get easy fights, but then you get the bad fights and you die. Like, my win rate with Stealth C was bad at first, because I did exactly that. I kept all my scrap to get shields as soon as possible, skipping weapons and the drone buffer. And then most of my losses are in Sector 1 before getting shields. You can do that, but you're kinda trying to eye roll. If you start getting weapons and drone buffer, it will be way better. You won't need shields as much if you get those upgrades, and you focus the enemy offense instead of going for shields. You shouldn't go for shields. Like, you shouldn't go for shields first with almost any ship in the early game. You should almost always go for weapons or their drones, if they have offensive drones. Especially on a ship that doesn't have shields. How much do I need? It's just 1. can't start because I have to keep their evasion down once I begin. Okay. Very good. Go for engines. Like, technically in this fight I could have done something to avoid using so many missiles. But I never really tried that, so I'm not confident with it. Like, I could board with, like... Okay, so normally if you board with Mantis... Sure. So normally if you board with Mantis with teleporter level 1, they will die before you can teleport them back. But you can take advantage of their teleport act to get them back earlier. You have to know the good timing though for it. And I didn't really want to risk it. You're keeping scrap for hacking. I mean, with emergency respirators, then you're fine, obviously, yes. They take half damage. Like, even if you have a rock, you can board with a teleporter level 1. Because he has 150 health. They've upgraded doors, that's scary. Nah, not boarding with the others. Yeah, that's also something that's actually very, very, very important with stealthy. So if you keep the shield run going, every layer of Zoltan shields that you get with a shield run, it takes longer. Like the first one, it's like 8 seconds. The second one, I don't remember. Let's say 10. I don't remember exactly how long it takes to get the second. Then it's, let's say, 13. Like it takes more and more time to get the next. Like it's not always 8 seconds. It's 8 seconds just for the first. So especially against heavy lasers, since they fire every 9 or every 8.1 seconds if they're manning weapons, as soon as you take the heavy laser 8, you can depower your shield run and put it back online immediately. So you guarantee having the shield bubble back, like the Zoltan shield bubble back before they fire the heavy laser again. Like, you should technically take 0 damage against heavy laser as long as there is nothing else interfering with your I've literally never heard of that before. I mean, I didn't know that as well for a very long time. There are many little things in this game that you can still learn. It was heavy laser mini beam. That's fine, because the mini beam goes off when your shield run, when your shield like, unless you take damage into drones, you're still fine. Because the mini beam is not removing the shield, the Zoltan shield. It's already been removed by the heavy laser, and so you get it back before the heavy laser goes off again. Like, it's only a problem if the mini beam hits drones. But I mean, you still go for it because you're not losing anything. So it's still guaranteed damage and RNG. I mean, you play around stuff. Obviously there is RNG involved, like, what are we talking about? Like, every fight is RNG if they aim for your weapons or your shield. It's not like it's different for that ship, but you can play around stuff. Obviously it's RNG. Every single player game it's RNG, otherwise there is no point in playing that game, since it's scripted and you know everything. The point of these games is to play around the RNG. Because if you don't, you're 100% fucked. If you do, you're 10% fucked. That's the difference. Okay, nice. I'll even switch them if I want to, but I don't think it's needed. Can I get drone parts and stop getting crew? Ah, easy. Just ask. Not great. I could be greedy and try to kill them with a solar flare. Probably too greedy. Okay. We avoided the reserved one missile. What is the fire? Looking for hacking bypass. Hmm. I don't remember what are my next sectors. If they're green, purple, or whatever. I don't remember. I don't know if I should switch to the Clombe. We are doing all this for sure. I don't know about the Clombe switch. Like, we could preserve so many missiles against auto ships. I'm probably doing it. Even if I don't exactly like it, I'm doing it. DNA bank would have been nice, actually. Maybe it was better than scanners. Can take these beacons at least. Fight most of the time 2 versus 1. Easy game. Let's switch them from room to room like that. So you're fighting 2 versus 1. Fuck, another one. So they take less damage. It's kind of irrelevant, obviously. We can take damage, we have Clombe, but it's just a bit more efficient. Sector to full crew, yeah. I mean, it's not that relevant. Like, it's nice, but like getting hacking at that store, getting a bypass, that will be way better. For green people, the good green people as well. Not the fans drone, please. Why do they keep repairing that? Like the other two are fine. No second store. Level 2 TP. I mean, I want it, but I want hacking more. So we want 80 scrap for hacking before getting other upgrades. Out of Mantis. Yep. For Mantis 1 Engie. I'm converting this into Mantis A. Hacking 4. You can stop their weapons. It's your main defense. Let him board. Never seen FTL. I don't know, Medbay. I will assume. That's a dive, right? Oh right, I forgot the redeem. Yeah, it was only 40 minutes ago, it's not a big deal, right? I had to remember after this fight. But yeah, now we can kill this shit without using missiles, and it's an outpost, so the clone bay is already kinda repaid. We check, already got a clone bay event. We failed that one, but at least we checked. And now we get an outpost that we can kill without using missiles. Keep track of you. I mean, I have the request thing in my OBS. The problem is that I play with a single monitor, so I had to alt tab to check that. It's not always, so I forget. Yeah, but again, feel free to remind me if I forget about this stuff. Because, like, I have the list, it's just not always visible on my screen, so it's easy to forget. Second screen. The problem is, I don't know if I could even use it at the moment, because my desk is very small. And I will have to change a lot of things before I could even use the second screen. Thank you for the bedazzled scarf. I just assume one of them is my name in my ad. I mean, we can fix that after this fight. Also, let me know if you want one of the Mantis or the Eng. They're all available anyway. And everyone in this comp is probably surviving. The only thing that I might change is removing a slug for a rock. Just for the augmentations. I don't remember this was level 1. Yeah, it was. Doesn't matter. Nice. There we go. I lost one beacon. Though by having to only one screen. Yeah, I mean, it would be very useful even outside of streaming. I just can't at the moment. Nice sectors. I only have one screen because my run is very tight on space and that's better if it's alongside the monitor on it. Yeah, that's my problem as well. Like I would have to, I don't know what I'll have to do to fix that. But yeah, at the moment I couldn't do anything about it. Okay, that's the distance. We have 3 fights before any potential store. Only 2 guys. Can we do this without hacking then? It's greedy. Nah, it's just 1 missile. If I board with other guys, I delay the teleporter coming back online, so let's not bother. Nice stun. I mean... yeah, let's clone. If time was an issue, I will board with this too and keep those guys. But I also have a Clone B level 1 still, so they're not getting any heal. I mean, it's not that good. Bigger sounds the hardest. I mean, I call fit here a bigger desk and adjust a few things on it so that I have the space for a second. But I will definitely have to change the desk first, and that's even more expensive. I mean, if we get a rock, right? Of course, we get a rock. So what are we removing? It's probably the Slug with the shield training. Is it Blizzard Wake? Hmm. Yep, too bad. Can you beam through the Zoltan shield though and normally you can't? I don't know. Feels bad though because it was fully trained. But I mean, I want an Angie. I want this too for the evasion. And I mean, I want the Formantis for boarding. Don't know if buffer stealthy also feels greedy to me, but I'll try it next time I play the... I mean, what do you mean with greed? I feel like there are many misconceptions with greed in this game. Like, what's greed at this point? Like, is it greedy to... I don't know. Like, what's greed? Is it delaying the shields to get something that can save you earlier greed? Like, that should be the opposite of greed. How is that greedy? Like, you're delaying something that's technically more important just to be extra safe early on. But even without taking into account the specific case, I hear that greed multiple times when you're actually going for something that's technically safer, so... I don't know. Delaying shield defense recovery for more offense is classic greed. What do you mean more offense? You're not delaying shields for more offense. Like getting a drone buffer and a weapon buffer is defense. Because you're protecting your weapons and you're protecting your drone that are both protecting your hull. While shields, like even if you keep scrap for shields, you might not get shields for 20 beacons. While those upgrades are helping you every single fight. So how is that greed? This fight can be bad, by the way. We don't have bypass. Okay, that's a good start. That's a fine. That's the wrong weapon, but it's okay. What the fuck? You say 20 bigs on... That's the point. If you have those 2 buffer points, you can afford to be without shields way more easily. Like, that's the point. Like, that's why you get those buffer points. Because you're safer for way longer. Like, it's true, you can miss shields because you get those buffer points, but it's statistically just better. Because you can survive for longer. And you will have more scrap. Like, even if you get shields, like, essentially, all the scrap that you use for buffer points, you might just leave instead of dying, but it's also scrap that you're not using for repairs. And most of the time, you're still able to, like, because for Sector 1 and Sector 2, you're kind of fine. Anyway, you just want shields before Sector 3, usually. Thank you for the follow, GG Fletcher. We go for the rock and try to roll with the shield training. Not too bad. One option to release all the slaves. I don't remember the exact text in that event. Because in most events, essentially, like when you get a random crew member, like you're freeing everyone and just one of them wants to join you. In this specific case, I'm not sure. I don't remember the text of the event. What's the reason? So much crew, yeah. When you don't need crew, you get more crew. It's the classic. This is a very bad fight. Okay, nice. We got one down in time. That's what we wanted. So they wouldn't go there at all. And they're dead. Getting this heavy-2 down before the Rockwell entered the room was very good. Thank you for the follow, thank you, Dragon. Can we do it again? We should. We did it before, so the timing works. Same layout. Did I misspell my name? Oh no. I mean, you should be able to change it. Pretty sure you can. Nice. We're supposed to be thick dragon. Hello. Yeah, now this run is fine. Almost perfect scrap. So we need hacking upgrade and clocking. We don't have a bomb, so like Zoltan fights can still be bad. Can sell fuel, yeah. I should be able to take more crew member, put them in stasis pods, and then sell them at the store. There is nothing wrong with that, right? I should be able to do it. Can't really take damage, so obviously not wasting missiles or rocking here. Mantis are so fast you can only see one. Can target. Okay, no, it's fine. That guy was getting cloned anyway. Also, humans for 25 crowd, good deal. As long as you can go over the 8 limit. Yes. Like, you put them in the cargo. Why not? Pretty sure they're fine in the cargo for a little bit. Until we get a store. Nothing wrong with that. Vanilla Vendor, you can sell your Lanius. I guess. But I mean... You almost never want to sell. Like, you don't want to sell it because then you go down to 7, even if you're full. Like, if you could sell it while being over the limit, sure. Just in the car with a Vulcan anti-border bouncing, or it will be fine. There is nothing wrong with that. How nice of them. Like, this will be a training ship even for Stealth B. I can't... I'm so bad. There we go. Rock and City cargo, not humans. Exactly, there is the rock bride that sits on the cargo. So why not humans? That's perfectly reasonable. Training Stealth B. Yeah. The funny thing about training Stealth B is to fully train the glaive will take like probably 30 minutes. And then you might still die the next beacon. Fantastic. Oh, clocking is annoying. Unless it's only level 1, please. Of course it's not. I walk anyway, because they do that so I don't have my Artemis. Oh my fucking god. And they sniped my Mantis there. Is she dying? No, she's not dying. God, why? My fault. Like, there is no RNG in that, that was the timing. I just thought I could. They sell the album for Medbay. The first store in Sector 1 we sold the Slug Repair Gel and the Healing Bomb for Medbay and a Shield Buffer. And then we bought the Clumb Bay Sector 2 because we still had nothing for auto ships, that's why. Ooh, hello. Can I get, yes, I should be able to get a power bar. Perfect, let's go. What happened with Endless Crew? I mean, Clumb Bay. That's what happened. I don't want another NG, so we go for this option since we can get a scrap. There we go. Rock or NG? Has to be rock. It's just way more scrap. Better for next sector having this green available. $11 crew so far. I think it's more. Actually, I don't know. I don't remember. It might be 11. I wasn't really counting. Don't sync with asteroids, please. Slug rocking now and Angie. Yeah, probably. I don't think I remember anything else. Connections are fine, so we can go under whatever. Looking for the fights. Let them board first. So slow. Okay, no pulsars. Start with engines. And now we can keep a scrap for clocking. I sort of made a mistake, even if it shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, they're getting cloned. So slow. If it wasn't for clocking, it will be easy to disable this with just Artemis, but then the timing, no, it's not good, so we still have to do it, but we have to walk as well. Did this, I'm cloning only that guy. I'm not cloning this one, just do this. Distress. Maybe we get a DNA bank. Just because. Respirators could be nice. What else? We have bypass already, so... Spooders. Very strong spooders this run. We lost against them even in Sector 1. Or 2. It was Sector 2. Very nice. Okay, we rolled the repair, so not really. Wrong weapons. Easy. Okay, let's see. We can't afford clocking, unfortunately, unless there is something that I forgot about. It's literally one fucking off every fucking time. Why? One scrap off getting clocking. Sadness. Vulcan. What sector is this for? This is sensors to make clocking more likely. And a few power bars. With an NG for scrap. I don't know if I will do it anyway. Also made a misplay because this guy should have been there already. But at least we're not using the missile. Imagine playing a breach. I am not sure, but I'll risk. I'm pretty sure it's not a dive, but not 100% sure. Let's wait until it comes here. Really? Okay. Fuck, move. I'm pretty sure I cannot take damage against this. Mount is too fast, easy to lose control. That thing was level 3, I think. Not too bad. Gonna be able to hurt you. This thing is 6 seconds to charge. It's the same, so for 2 shots, it's 12, which is the same as mini beam, so the mini beam should go off before the laser shots remove your shields. I'll risk. Okay, it's empty. I mean, I'm going Angie. Am I going Angie? Yes. 44 fuel. Jesus Christ, I didn't even know this. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3. I can't. Great fucking layout. I mean, it's not that bad. It's just that we have to skip this. Actually, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we can. Oh, more fuel. We have to skip the store. Fuel distress beacons, the ones where they give you even more fuel. Okay, nice. This time we'll roll the scrap. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I can get the quest. Okay. That could have been sensors, by the way, but we played around it. We kinda want bombs, but no one is selling bombs. Make sure I'm not forced into stores. Reloader. I'll pass. So we kill those two. We don't even need the other borders. These two mantis are good enough. Maybe they're not. It's just upgrades at this point. Like a bomb will be nice, but it's not necessary. Whatever. I call dive since I'm clocking. But I mean, why? Easy fight. Yakking was also questionable. Of course. More scrap. Oh, fuck. You get them for life when you don't even need them. That's why I'm getting them, because I don't need them. We have bypass, yes, but Zoltan Sector is still bad. Because even if you have bypass, okay, as long as you get the ship with only 2 Zoltans, it's kind of fine, but it's still annoying if they have the med bay. But then there are the ships with 4 Zoltans, or at least 4 crew members, and a med bay. And then what do you do about that? You have to go through Zoltan shields anyway. Rebel Sector... I mean, we have Clombe, we can board out of ships, but... Clombe is still level 1, so it's not great. And we have 0 weapon support besides Artemis, which, I mean... 11 missiles. Got a good weapon. Flak 1 is one of the best weapons in the game. If you haven't seen one yet, it's probably because you're not playing with the Advanced Edition. Because it's very common, it's just that it's not available without the Advanced Edition. I mean, I have to go Rebels. Sector 7 doesn't matter, it will be the same. If I had a bomb, maybe I will go for the Zoltans. Pulsar, not going there. I mean, asteroids are not particularly great either. But it's okay. We yak drones, probably. Never mind. We can lose crew though in this kind of fights, unfortunately. I misplayed. I had to tank that. Let's see if it's safe to board. Okay, we have hacking, so it's safe to board. Okay, that one is down. And that one is down. Clock this. It's actually going down, so we don't even have to. That was very close. I shouldn't have removed that too early. Okay then. Yeah, let's focus on the I don't know, easy system to destroy. It's probably better than trying to rely on the flak. So piloting, clocking, and weapons. Almost repaired, so let's wait. Three shields next. Yes. Normally I think I will rather push clocking and hacking level 3, but this sector has many asteroid fields, so I don't mind going for drones first. I mean for shields first. It's mostly for drones. Against the other stuff, we still have clocking and hacking. Oh, they're dead with this boarding anyway. Doesn't teleporter. Did I say drones? We need a lot of scrap for that upgrade. What sector is this? 6? Ah, that's fine then. Nice ship. I could have avoided hacking though. A mistake. They're boarding, so it would have been easier to kill everyone with... Yeah, that was just... Shouldn't have hacked. I'd be greedy. I'm not cloning them for this fight. I'm probably cloning them after this. Well, definitely cloning them here. This is not safe at all. But we'll try. Okay. Should I go for shield for the flak? Or should I focus piloting and clocking? I don't know what's faster. I feel like piloting and clocking is faster. Almost trained. Like we trained, almost fully trained 2 guys in shields. The previous one is gone though. Bad. Like now that I have bypass, I would rather have the slug instead of the rock. But the rock is fine. DNA bank, maybe. I wouldn't mind DNA bank in this in a rebel sector though. One more boarding and they die. Yeah, weapons are coming back. Imagine doing this in the speedy runs. That's why we skip auto ships there. Unless we get lucky, we roll a very strong weapon setup with boarding ships early. Which is very unlikely. Store? Not really needed. Oh, nice. What garbage layout? Let's send this guy here, I guess. Ah, too late. Almost though. I think I can do this without hacking. Hey, Trellick. We can auto fire this here. Let's see. Fantastic. Removed 1 shield and all 3 shots were outside of the room anyway. Again, fantastic. It's fine. It's just warming up for later. Don't worry. I think they balanced Flak playing against auto ships. That's why it's so common. No evasion, doesn't matter. Ooh, was nice. They will clock the next one, but I don't care. Five more after this, so 3 boarding. Unless I... Like, if I have one flux shot, it's just 2 more boarding. Very difficult, though. Too bad. So let's see, do I really need another boarding? Yep. I guess I do. Unless... Nice. Never mind. Oh hey, I have more green people. Welcome. Wrong door. Black MVP. We don't have anything, but... I'm keeping the flak to deal additional damage. Phase 2. Like, why not? And, Advent Engines Life Yet Engine Training. Like, why? Then you can get mind controlled in engines and lose evasion for what? A power bar that you don't even need? It's just not worth it. Like, I'm playing a one weapon power, you don't need the Zoltan power bar. It's also way worse if you get fires. Now we have enough fuel, thanks. Give the follow, Captain Purr. Running away. I mean, they will stop when we kill one of their friends. Easy snipe, easy dodge. Just dies before the thing fires. It's very unnecessary, but I'm doing it. You can be good against Clone Bayako for against flagship as well. You don't need a... Oh my god. What a fantastic layout. I mean, I can do 1, 2, 3, then go like this. Drones. Yep, drones this time. No, okay, they're shitty drones. So many enjoyable fights. I have to keep weapons down, but we can work on shields after weapons. This guy will be fully trained by the end of the fight. 4 shields and a buffer point. Obviously. We can send only one guy in weapons, it's fine. Because we're never getting drones down unless we keep boarding in those slots. Okay, another shield down. Another mantis down. That'll be very easy now. Hey, Scary Ninja. I would rather board with 3 mantas and a rock in the second set of borders to have a better crew in shields and still get the blue options. What do you mean getting better? Like, the Zoltan is not better than anyone. Like, you're just getting a power bar with the Zoltan. It's not better than anything. You don't need that power bar. Angie, we have the Angie. Two of them. I mean, it's not better though. Like, you can remove the rock, but you lose scrap from blue options, and like 4 mantas is just way better if you're playing with no weapons, because you destroy the systems against the flagship faster, because one, because they're faster than the rock. If you board with a rock against flagship, it takes longer to destroy the system, which might result in taking even more damage if you roll a bad fight. If you're not taking damage at all, then it doesn't really matter what's your crew. Like, you could replace this with an Angie, but like, again, just because it doesn't matter. This guy is better for blue option. It's not a big deal to have this rock here. Like, you're not like with a ship like this, you're not supposed to take damage anyway. If you take damage with a ship like this, you're probably doing something wrong. What's the problem with the stealth A set one layout, first into one path, the beacons don't connect? Yeah, I mean, you can watch that in the video if you want, it's there. It's on YouTube. It was literally 2 beacons with a forced backtrack into 6 forced beacons towards the exit. Jesus. They're also running. 20 minutes just to get in Sector 2? I mean, possible. Like, I feel like that Sector 1 call would have killed many players. Actually, I think that Sector 1 could have killed 80% of the player, and most of those are just players that don't check the layout before jumping. And the others could have died because the fights that I was forced to take were bad. So just getting out of that Sector 1, I think it's pretty good. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We're skipping this fight. It's just not worth it. You missile the missile. I'm just running away from this. Like, it's a dangerous fight. They're running away, and even if you kill them, it's probably 20 scrap. It's just not worth it. Are there any completely impossible runs? I mean, the seed of the run, it's always possible, but since you don't know where you're going and what's in the beacons, I'm dealing a bit for clocking, by the way. Like, technically you can win every single run, but that's, like, if you replay that seed, then you will be able to win that run. Because also, let's assume a ship with an Ion Intruder and hacking. If they send the Ion Intruder and the hacking both on your weapons, that can end the run right there. But if you, let's say, saves come and quit the game and restart again, they might send the Intruder and the hacking somewhere else, and then that fight that normally will kill you, it's pretty easy. So if you take that into account, yeah, you should be able to win every single run if you want to do that. But assuming no hindsight, no saves coming and stuff like that, there are some runs that will just kill you because of very bad fights, very bad RNG during certain fights, and sometimes you just get a run with very low scrap that can just kill you. So yeah, sometimes there is nothing that you can do about it. But if you were to replay that same seed, something else could be completely different RNG wise, and then you're fine. It's like the best comparison that I can give, it's like a card game. Sometimes you draw the correct cards and you can win with that hand. Sometimes you just draw very badly, and then even if your deck it's good enough to technically win, sometimes you lose anyway. So you play your odds, and statistically you should have an out every time, but sometimes you just don't. Yeah, no, finding weapons is big, and that's why getting bio kills early game, it's very, very important, because you're increasing your odds of getting one. Should have back before those shots. Okay. And if you could get an opportunity for crew for set to Roger. Yes, that could happen. It's very, very, very rare, but it could happen. Yeah, this sector is 90% out of ships. We got 2 sectors in a row with like rebel sectors and rebel strongholds. They have mostly auto ships. Obviously we rolled both of them. I mean, the fights are safe, it's just that it's annoying. Speedrun will be horrible. I mean, in speedruns, I could already skip everything and go for the flagship. Like, we have almost anything. Everything. Like, I needed the Akin 3. Like, you don't even need Akin 3, honestly. It's better to have it, but you don't need it. So I could already skip everything and go for the flagship. But there is no point in doing it because, like, again, we can still upgrade, get more evasion, get more shields. Considering we don't have good weapons to speed up phase 2, a bad drone swarm can still be a problem. Unlikely, but I mean... Yeah, Mantis fugitive events can be... I mean, the rock mine with the NGB situation, it's obviously worse because of... like, even if you have an insane ship and you're full hull, it's literally you cannot do anything about it. The Mantis fugitive, I mean... you had to be already almost dead. In Rush Engines 5. I mean, one thing is having a good ship early. One thing is having a good ship and Engines 5, like Sector 2. Like, what the fuck? That's so much. Especially since you start with 0. Like, it's literally what? 25, 55. It's 95 scrap to get Engines 5 with NGB. And if you have 95 scrap in Sector 2 that you can safely use just to upgrade engines to 5, I mean, really? That seems very unlikely. Like, I think it's probably statistically more likely to win the run using the scrap for something more useful and hoping on a store and buy crew there or a missile or whatever than using that scrap for Engines 5. Because, okay, you get Engines 5 playing around an event that it's still like 10% to get it. Like, okay, I will say without scanners, it's about 50-50 to get that event. And then if you get it, it's 25% to lose it. So, yeah, like everything has to go wrong for that to happen. It's just way more likely to just die in Sector 1 in a bad fight, so... Thank you for the follow, MSO Infinite. Reglaive every single jump and sell them at the store. I mean, I will say that's actually impossible due to how seeds are generated, but I don't know. Maybe it's possible. At least 2 of them, it's definitely possible. More than that, maybe. Like, it's probably more likely to find a rock mine in a civilian sector at that point. He was floating in space for so long that he reached another sector. Are you guys enjoying these auto ships? I could make a new YouTube video. 10 hours of boarding auto ship compilation. I miss respirators from yesterday. Yeah. Imagine medbay instead of clone. If you have a medbay, you just have to skip this. Okay, you don't have to skip it, but... yeah, it's bad. I mean, normally, if you don't switch to Colombe, you build a weapon system. I don't do that. But with the Phantoms, though, that's been getting nerfed. What are they doing, the Phantoms? I mean... I still don't know why Multiverse made boarding ships so bad. Boarding auto ships. Like, they have doors, they can run away, and now they take less damage. At least some of them. And there's no, yes, they're the ghosts that deal more damage against auto ships. I mean, against systems, so it's good against auto ships. Your system damages your crew. Like, why? I really don't understand that change. I really don't. Like, it's already bad. Like, even in vanilla, look how horrible it is to board auto ships. Why make it worse? It's already painful. I mean, I think that there are a dozen cores inside of the drone. I mean, it's probably venting them every time, like waste. I mean, at this point, like, you can make fucking auto ships radioactive, and so when you board, they just die immediately. Like, I don't know. It feels so bad to board auto ships already. Might as well kill my boarders immediately. Because the main issue with all those changes is that you're not even making the fight harder. You're making it more boring, because you can still deal with auto ships. It's just that it will take 50 minutes instead of 20. That's why it's pointless. You can still do it. It will just, like, it's just taking longer. It's not being harder. It's not that you have to play around it. It's just longer. That's why I don't like all those changes. Boarding a ship with, yeah, because again, if you have the special crew, you still have the advantage, and you are the fucked if you don't have them. So that could be, it's a 50-50 between the rock or rebel ship. Actually, I don't know if in the sector it's always the rebel ship. That's actually something that I don't know. Go to 19. Well, let's see. Now that all those ships have doors. Yeah, no, but I mean, like, it's a combination of things that they might have. Like, they might have doors. Oh, also, like, wait, compared to vanilla, they might have doors. You might deal less damage. They might run away randomly during the fight. In vanilla, they never do that. Either they're running away from the start or they never run away. And another thing that I forgot is, sometimes they have a fucking room with one tile system, and that's horrible. That's also something very, very bad. And I mean, even their connections between rooms sometimes is very weird and bad. So there are so many things that are already pretty bad for boarding auto ships. That's why I feel like there is no point in making it worse. Like, it's already bad. And all those changes only make it longer, not harder. Just go here. Fuck, that was 95%. I forgot to move my guy. That was a mistake. What would be a good balance for auto ships against boarders? Like, I don't know. Because, like, if I had to make something, I will make boarding, like, I don't know. I feel like boarding, Like, it's already weak in multiverse if you go for the okay, if you go for the ancient sectors, boarding it's already weaker compared to a normal gunship. Because having hacking, clocking, and drones is just better. If you have a teleporter, you have to sacrifice one of those three systems, which are just better than the teleporter. I honestly still don't know what I prefer if I play teleporter and I go to the ancient sector. You definitely need clocking, so it's between drones and hacking. And I feel like drones are so busted that it's better than hacking. Drone control better than teleporter. In multiverse in the ancient sector, yes. That's for sure. At least from my experience. Then again, I don't play that so much that I tested everything. Like, I went to the ancient sector, what, 5-6 times, and some of those runs were with bad ships, and some of the runs I were still testing the stuff. Like, obviously it's not like vanilla where I did the flagship, I don't know, billions of times with multiple setups, and so I know exactly what I need. But from my experience, like, boarding is just worse than having drones, clocking, and mind control. Not mind control, hacking. This is not a safe fight, by the way, in case it wasn't obvious. Okay, no, it's fine. Prefer the others be broken first and stay open. Like, for the... Like, it's not a big deal, again, especially if you have the ghosts. If you're still talking about multiverse, but... Again, I just don't like those changes because they make everything boring, not harder. I guess it's hard to balance, but again, I don't like that decision. Go for this. So what is the new change? The door system will actually deal damage to crew? Is that the change? Multiverse wanted to push people to have weapons to some extent for dealing. But why reduce the diversity instead of pushing for it? Like, I feel like... I don't know. I don't know, I don't like the change. I just don't. But I mean, obviously they can do whatever, it's just that I don't really like it. Hey, Crow. Maybe to never boarding. Boarding is pretty OP. In multiverse, boarding is it's not overpowered compared to all the other systems. That's why, for me, it doesn't make much sense. Like, clocking, hacking, weapons, drones, all those systems are just better than boarding. So why make it worse? That's why I don't like. I would understand if it was like, let's say the augmented were a normal class that you could get easily, and there was a lot more support for boarding. There was no new medbay and stuff, and a few other things were different. There was no ancient sectors and stuff. Then yes, maybe boarding will be stronger, and maybe they will have to adjust it a little bit. But even if we consider all that, again, you're not making auto ships harder. You're making them more annoying. That's my concern. Is boarding multiverse not good? I mean, boarding normal multiverse, like if you play the game normal, it's perfectly fine, it's very good and stuff. It's just bad for the ancient sectors. Because in the ancient sectors, you have enemy ships that can literally destroy your ship in few seconds after your clocking is over. And they have billions of crew members that have 200 plus health. Like, you just cannot stabilize a fight easily with just borders. It just takes too long. And their ships are insanely bad. Because it's not even... okay, against normal ships, you board their weapons, you hack their weapons, you clock their weapons, you're fine. The ancient sector bosses, they have a ridiculous artillery, they have ridiculous weapons, they have ridiculous drones. You can't disable 3 different systems like that. You just can't. So essentially you have to kill those ships before they kill you. So you want the damage from your weapons and from your drones. And the hacking and clocking help to deal the damage and prevent the damage from them. Like, I have a few clip of the final bosses of Multiverse in my YouTube if you guys have no idea about what I'm talking about, to see how ridiculous those bosses are. Like, literally the fight, especially on the boss, the fight in a few seconds, there are billions of things going on. And, I don't know, it's very hard to stabilize those fights. Should probably be paying attention to this run. I'm just autopiloting. I should not have done that, by the way. It's probably still fine, but I should not have done that. It's okay, we're fine. Where is that thing going, though? So Colombe will be next. I fuck up with the doors, but it's fine. You know what? Like, because again, I don't mind changes that make the game harder. I enjoy playing, like, I feel like the ancient sectors are very, very, very difficult, but I enjoy that. I don't like the auto ship change for the boarding, not because it makes boarding harder, just because it's more annoying. That's what I'm trying to say. That's it. If you have the doors the intro, there's no delay. Okay, if the Ion Intruder has to destroy doors before moving in the other room, it will pop immediately as soon as he enters. If you keep the doors open, he has to charge before going off. It's kind of stupid, but that's how it works. So you kind of want to keep the door... as long as you can kill it, like if you have crew ready to deal with it, you kind of want to keep the doors open so you have more time to deal with it, essentially, before it goes off. So it's bad if... yes, because if it deals even one punch and you open, it goes off immediately anyway. That's why I made a mistake. I should have kept the door... like, I think I opened the door, then I closed it. I don't know why. I think I misclicked. And so I fucked up everything. It was not a big deal, but it's still a misplay. Am I cloning? Let's be greedy. What do I want next? Shields, engines. Probably. Yeah. Now looking around feels bad. We can gamble here so we don't dive at all. Wait for the rocking in case it's teleport a rock. No reason to walk. They're dead. Tanking all the damage with a single guy, so we are cloning it. Are we cloning it actually? Maybe not. No repair stations. Hmm. Close base though. Unlikely that we will have to dive. No anti-personnel, good. That's fine. Do this so the door doesn't take damage, and then we open. So much fuel this run. Am I even going there? I mean, it's probably more valuable than a possible empty beacon. Or I can go here. I mean, I can sell the replicator and the scanners. I think a fight is just worth more on average. Are drone parts a problem? What if they hack my hacking? Hacking on hacking is bad. Can reset. You should go here and leave the repair station up. Let's play around the knocking hack. Nice weapons. This is not even low scrap if we biokill, so that's nice. Block first so we can control doors. Deal more damage. Okay, one more and then flagship. I'm cloning this guy after next fight. We can get engine 6. Fuck. So what are you walking? What an enjoyable fight. Yeah, do I really have to kill this? I mean, if it's free stuff, I'm not losing anything by doing it. Like, Things like that, like this, it's one of the reasons why I want to go back to the speedy runs. So at least I just can't. I have to skip it. But with a normal run, I have to kill it. Like, it doesn't make any sense not to kill it, right? I could use some of my missiles. But then I might need them for phase 2 in case it's bad. Destroying the Akin though will be even bad for the getting a good timing with the teleporter. I'll try to breach it. I'll fire a single missile here and then try to get additional damage with the flak. Obviously that was level 3, so it might repair. I was hoping in 1 damage before it repaired. I don't think I can deal 1 damage before it attacks again. Close. Maybe I could have. Too bad. This run has been killing auto ships. Yep. Rebel sectors. We got Clonway value at least. I kinda didn't want to, but I'm happy I bought that Clonway switching out of Medbay in Sector 2. I forgot that this is level 2. We have to wait for this repair. It's fine, it will die eventually. I think we can board 3 times before this repairs. I think. Buying the chain vulcan to speed up the auto ship fight. I mean, I will be way behind with scrap though if I did that. Like 95 for the Vulcan, then I'd need weapons 5 at the very least to play a Vulcan reliably. Like, I would have to sacrifice shields for a Vulcan. Break shields and use the flak one. I'm pretty sure this is faster. Like, I still need to board multiple times in shields, just to remove shields and without dealing actual damage to the ship. And then you have to fire flak. And you know how flak is against auto ships. It's not quite reliable. At least this is reliable. It's slow but reliable. More after this and it's done. I should have started with this. I'm stupid. That's a mistake. Okay, I can do this and then board here before this repairs. I could even fire a stupid missile. You know what? Fuck you. Am I forgetting anything? I want piloting up. Phase 3. I mean, we have Slug bypass, it's not even that necessary. Random buffer pointing weapons. More engines. I like more engines. When you don't know what to do, upgrade engines. Always works. So we have a few resets available. Teleporters, yeah. Why teleported? I teleported them back in the Slug B. It's fine. The same thing. Let's go. Axe shields and hacking is bad. Everything else is fine. Or you can have my battery. Keep always to power off the systems, so you don't lose something important when you need it. Remember to hack. I'm sure that I will forget to hack one time and I will take damage. It will happen. I'm sure of it. You can only take damage if you misplay this fight. I forgot to acro clock against Sylvan. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Rana would have lost that anyway. Like, I just didn't have the ship for it. Kinda suck when I forgot to... I fucked up my timing against the MFK flagship last time I tried. Yeah, that was bad. That was very bad. The door is almost destroyed though. Okay, at least one died. This one should escape. Did I really forget to put a... yeah, as I said. You only take damage if you are bad. I forgot to put more power there because of the battery yak. I was keeping floating power, but I kept too much floating power. Why not turn up engines? I mean, the answer to that question is very, very simple. Go for this actually. There we go. Zoltan Mayak against Sylvan. Oh god, that's the worst. When you forget about that and you move a Zoltan through a system that you're actually using. I almost fucked up a Stealth B run with that as well. I clicked the return to the safe position too early, and I moved my Zoltan away out of clocking too early. Ah, you're fine. I think sabotage damage is fine. I don't think it really requires a change. They haven't fixed the into the removing power from the clocking in multiverse. That's so silly. We should just get a different starting position, I guess, or they move the clocking in another slot. That's a pretty silly one. Oh no, sensors. Wait until it's about to deal the damage, which is when this fires, which is now. Fire here, board here. Did I roll a fire? I can't check her because of Well, okay, perfect. Easy drone. The drone swarm was fine, right? I wasn't paying too much attention. Only 1-2 combats. Oh, you have a very good shield for the phase 2? There is the easiest worm. You're playing Fetsy with 3 shields, there is 7 combat drones. Yeah, 6 beam, 1 combat drone. Fantastic. Yeah, I heard about they want to reduce this late game scrap. Late game scrap is just insane. Especially considering like early game scrap is even worse than vanilla early game scrap. And then late game scrap is just ridiculous. So the early game in multiverse, especially with certain ships, is often even harder than the vanilla one. And then it's just easier. Okay, I mean, I don't know if it's easier, but like for the early game. Do you get one of the scrapper fight? No. But you get on average 50-60 scrap every jump. So yes, you get far too much. And you're getting more jumps than normal because you can delay the flee. So let's say that in a vanilla run you're getting 15 jump per sector. And let's say 4 of them are empty. In multiverse you're getting 20 plus and all of them have something that gives you high scrap. Like, it's not exactly like that, but just to make an example. I mean, weapons are useless, this is useless. We can try to remove that. So, if they mind control the rock and the Angie, they can be here in oxygen. Sure, they can be here. It's fine. What about the Mantis? They can stay. Empty chests are uncommon. They're not, and even if you get an empty beacon, you can use it to gain more beacon with the fleet delay or do other stuff on your ship that gives you scrap in some form. A bit delayed, but it's fine. So I just said the other are nothing. I said that. 1 second. Like, empty beacons are not common. And even if you get one, you can use it to gain an advantage anyway, by either delaying the fleet to get additional beacons, or getting more scrap with the events that you can do from your ship. Go here, you go here. So that's less annoying. This should be Zoltan Shield refresh. It should have been a flawless flagship, but I'm bad, and so we took damage for no reason. But that is too strong. Yeah, if you don't play it, like, you had to float to power. I was floating 4, if not more, for no reason. Yay. Okay, good. 50 to 45. Technically below average. 1700. Slightly below average.